Shit. What's up, guys? Joshua Danger here, and this is another episode of Farm Sim Owendale, episode 5. Fucking cars. Always trying to ruin my lucky charms. Oh, yeah. Probably should go it over. Oh. There we go. What does this field need? Still needs to be kind of decent. And this section just needs to be finished. Cultivated. Okay, so. Okay, so we're gonna finish cultivating this field today, so that's one thing that we're actually gonna do. Because it needs a little bit more cultivation work done to it, so. And then I think we need to cultivate another field. Yeah, we're gonna let them work. We're gonna get out of the way. Howdy, howdy. Jimmy's work pretty dead. Said he wasn't thinking about coming back or going back in today. Well, at least he got paid for a few hours.
Well, he'll get paid for the whole day.
Yeah.
He's got to take vacation.
There we go. We are going to try to finish this up. It's just this AI bot's driving around like he doesn't know what to do. I kind of get it. I kind of don't. All in all. This should really help my yield here. Relatively soon. We are going to see what it needs. It needs a lot of destoning. And needs to be mulched. Do we got a mulcher? Probably not. How much are mulchers? I think we're in a good spot to do it. Question is, do we go big or small? I think we're gonna go horse here. Yeah, I think we're gonna go horse here. Then I think next time I think we're gonna end up doing I think we're gonna do some. We're gonna do. What all do we have here? Oh, that is a mulcher. I guess we didn't need to buy. I guess we could always go sell the Bednar. Yeah, we'll do this for a little bit. Yeah, we're trying to not take up the entire road today. Sorry guys, didn't mean to run you over. That's one thing I would actually much rather prefer in the next version of this is them getting more precision farming stuff correct. No, it's got a 3-point. Yeah, it's got a 3-point. I think we are gonna take this guy. Oof. Yeah, I think we are going to take this guy. Yep. Yep. Hey, what's up, Pack? I'm just gonna call it, oh, Pack. Probably not gonna be on long doing this, but we are gonna try to finish this off a little. Remember what size this one is. 45. Yeah, we're gonna have to cross. And we're also gonna try to get actually we are gonna cross the fields today. Come on. There we go. Hitting everything but lotto, baby. Where are we on? September 1st? Yeah. So we've only been doing this for like one whole day, so we really can't complain. Hold on, what do we got this set for? Just curious. Okay, 7 days. Over here and we're gonna wash this bad boy. There we go. How's everybody doing? Which I probably won't be on long. This will probably only be an hour episode, if that. But I'll try to come back to it tomorrow for sure. So I gotta poop too. Bing. Yeah, we're gonna spray this bad boy off. He's pretty dirty looking. Oh, we wait for Uncle Dale to finish up. Yeah, he's a pretty disgusting truck or combine. I do like that effect where it just blows out to the other side. It is getting a little cleaner here and there. There we go. Took a hot minute. Whew. Bing bong. There we go. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that, Peck. I'm eventually going to end up doing a multiplayer anyway, so. Yeah, she a clean girl. Yeah, she a clean girl. Let's go see how. Alright. Well, we got a little ways. We got a little bit. We're gonna finish cultivating this field. Well, there's a great big old pile up right on the corner here. Maybe not. These damn FedEx and UPS drivers are like absolute fucking cringe. They're like absolute cringe lords, if you really think about it. They are absolute cringe lords when it comes to doing things. She a dirty girl too. Not all my equipment needs to be washed. Like no tomorrow, so. here we go. Come on, guys. So what's everybody up to? Hopefully you guys are doing great. There we go. Yeah. We are going to try to finish this up relatively soon. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we're gonna finish this up real quick. Here we go. Yep. She about to be done here soon. Yes, sir. Then most likely tomorrow we'll probably do the rest of the stone picking. Maybe cultivate the other field. Not sure yet. We're gonna figure things out on the fly. Actually, I think we might not be doing a stream tomorrow. It'll probably be Wednesday. Because we try to do Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays on this channel, but we also try to do Joshua Danger EXP streams on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Or Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So usually I try to do at least a dual cast on Wednesdays with this channel and Joshua Danger EXP. So live here on Twitch. But also we do upload these episodes to our YouTube. So if you guys could go subscribe to our actual YouTube, it would be greatly appreciated, because we are trying to get to 50 followers so we could go live on handheld on our phone. So which I actually need to do more shorts and shit, so eventually we are going to do that. Which I don't know. We might actually do the live stream here on Joshua Danger EXP a little bit later. Yeah, we're just gonna finish this one off and probably end the stream, because as we know, I live with my cousin right now, and her husband being home, especially when his work is pretty much dead, right now, like I said, his job being pretty much dead right now, I have to share a TV with him, so, and that's pretty much the fairness of the game. So, like I said, we are going to try to finish this up, so. And at least I tried to give you guys an hour episode. At least I tried. Ugh. Which I don't know the specs on Stardew Valley, which I might actually start that on PC. So which we're gonna try to go till about 6 p.m. on in-game time. Try to, at least. So when you look at the number up there for the time slash what you get for timing, it's double time. So so every hour's like a half an hour in real time. So when you have that kind of timing, it just speeds up a little bit. I don't mind it because I do like it closer to real time, but I don't like it right on real time. So like 2x time is like pretty decent for me because it's semi-accurate, not like super accurate, but semi-accurate. And it just helps speed through the day. So like I like it to where it speeds up a little bit here and there. Which I think we got 3 more lanes. Actually 2 more lanes, 1 headland. I should say 1 wraparound for your people that don't understand farming. Maybe 3. I don't know yet. 3 up downs, which is just 1 lane. Maybe 2. I don't know yet. Looks like 3, but it doesn't look like 3. So it's probably about 10 minutes worth of work. 10-15 minutes worth of work. And at least this way, at least we get time to do this, which I'm going to show you guys what our map looks like. Like it's pretty ridiculous. So we are going to have to do a lot of stoning. There's a lot of stoning that we got to do. And a lot of, I want to say that's mulching. I think we got to do a lot of mulching. I don't know if we need water. The weeds have been done pretty much. I'm pretty sure the weeds. There's a lot of stones on the surface. And I think eventually we're going to need it watered, maybe. Yeah, both of these fields are going to need mulched. I think we weeded this. Yeah, I think it needs to be mulched after being stoned. So, like I said, I think we're gonna, maybe 2 passes. I think 3 more passes. Yeah, I think I was right. 3 passes, maybe. Which, like I said, it's going to need a lot of stoning. There's a lot of stones. But she's starting to come along with it. I'm kind of okay with it. And I think we got 2 more episodes. I think we're going to end up doing... I think we're going to do 10 episodes. question is, what are we supposed to do with the rocks? Not sure what we're supposed to do with them. To be totally honest. Yeah, we got like 2 lanes pretty much done. I'm pretty okay with that. Like we're slowly getting there. Maybe we got. I don't know. I almost wish we would have went with a bigger cultivator. That's what I think we're gonna call it. I think we're gonna call it Stoners versus Cults. Yeah, that's gonna be a good name. Yeah, we're gonna get it. Versus Cult. Yeah, Stoner versus Cult. Perfect name. Yeah, we got about, well, it says 44 minutes. There's 47 here. Well, I guess we got three or four more passes. In Headlands. No. Like I said, Peck, I'll definitely work with you sometime. I'm only doing like 1 day a week episodes on this, but we might change it up. Because I know at the end of the month I'm gonna try to go get the new Resident Evil. Not sure yet. I might go get the new Resident Evil. But I'm also going to try to beat Resident Evil 8 Village on one of the streams. I think I'm going to do a pretty epic stream. But eventually I am going to open up a multiplayer map of this version, which is going to be like me and my friends. We're just going to roleplay. We're going to kind of roleplay on it. Which, like I said, hey, look at that! My Uncle Dale actually cut off his ponytail for once. Which, that's one of our roleplay aspects we do talk about. We do talk about family on here. Because this is a family farm, and it's Dangerboy Farms. He needs a lot of work. She needs a lot of work, buddy. And we do have some mods on here. One of them is a money mod, but we're not trying to go overboard with it. We are not trying to go overboard with our money mods. Because we do want to play it semi-realistically, but we only want, like, we don't want to play to where we make millions of dollars every day or every hour. So it's like on my other accounts, I'm like, I do like to play with a lot of, I do like to play money mods quite regularly. Just for fun. That way I could just open up the map, see what I could get, and show off some of the map. There's YouTubers that do it all the time that are like, hey, we're going to make money by the government subsidy map mods. And that's the way it usually works. How's it going, Jamie? Slow day? Like I said, guys, like I use different accounts for different things. Like, eventually, I think we're gonna do Alma on this one for a roleplay map. Which is gonna be kind of like doing the squad on like what they do on YouTube. So eventually we are going to pull that one. Which that's why we created this account. Is because I'm a big proponent of doing streams that are like multiplayer mods and just running others and helping other people. Ding, ding, ding. So, like I said, we are going to finish this up, then we're going to jump off here. Maybe. But also, we are going to try, I don't remember what other fields what we have left to do on these fields. Which I think we're probably going to run this guy off of the next field. Which I don't want to do too many long episodes. I do like, on this channel, I do roughly 2 to 2.5 hours, and it seems like the videos on YouTube don't get the views. If you're doing 2-hour episodes. So I do want to keep these relatively short. So about an hour and a half, somewhere in there. Or shorter. Which, that's kind of my dream scenario. Is to shorten up the videos, which eventually I might just speed them up when I edit these, because I edit them on my phone pretty regularly. I think we're going to do our wraparounds here soon. Ooh. Oh, I like you, I like you, I like you. Is he doing it? Oh, I see what he's doing. He's starting right here. That's smart. Starting at the north end of the second lane of the north end of the field. I like that. That is fresh. But like I said, I do want to try to keep these episodes between an hour and a half each for the YouTube. That way at least I could keep them short, especially if I edit them on my phone, which I use Filmora on my phone, because it's like the only editor app I like. Yeah, like I said, it's the only editor app I actually really like. That I'm kind of okay with. I wish it was a little bit on the, like, I wish it wasn't about halfway through the cult. But so far it looks good. It does look really decent with the stone picking and whatnot. It looks like he's about done. Ooh. Is he done? No. And then eventually we are gonna do chickens. Yeah, we are gonna do chickens, or we're gonna do some kind of animals on a farm we're gonna eventually buy. There we go. Okay, I see what he did. He did a good job with that. Like, he made the right call. Yeah, he made the right call. Even though he's using up half its lane. Sometimes I don't get the AI bots, but it's okay. They're gonna do what AI bots do anyway, so I'm perfectly fine with it. This is gonna be funny. He's gonna do a short guy. Then he's going to start in this lane right here, which should be fine. This is what happens when you let AI bots do everything. which I'm kind of okay with. Getting the extra work out of the AI, which also, like, when I role play these guys, we generally do try to go the route of having a role for somebody. Like this would be my Uncle Owen, or Uncle Dale. He's like my grandma's youngest son, which is like, the backstory on him is like pretty ridiculous. Because it's like, hey, my grandma had him at like 60. Which is actually kind of funny. Because in real life, you would never think of that. Like, hey, grandma was still pretty fertile at 60. No, it would have been pretty much closer to 40 or 45 back in the day. So he's like, Uncle Dale's literally like basically almost my same age in real life. Which is pretty cool. Which is pretty cool because he'd be like 45. Grandma would be like 90. Or 100 if she was still living. Which, obviously, there's only Uncle Owen and Uncle Dale. Which, they're brothers. Almost separated by like a really big age gap. Because Uncle Owen, which obviously play on words. It's a whole family lineage of it's like a whole family lineage of dangers. And that's how the name Owendale came into effect. That's how the name Owendale came into effect. Because at one time, it was danger. Which we're gonna leave names. So basically the whole story is I worked as like I'm pretty much the younger danger on the farm, outside of Uncle Owen right here. He's like a year younger than me, which story-wise would have been, I went to, like, this would have been me going to school for agriculture, study agricultural science and business management, so I doubled down on it. And that's kind of the role play scenario because I'm kind of the business savvy guy. Kind of like Uncle Owen, because Uncle Owen was kind of the business of side of Dangerboy Farms, which he passed down to me. And he decided he wanted to retire, and we send out a check every month to Uncle Owen for his living. A part of what we're paying him for the farm, which I don't remember how much this farm actually really cost. So it's let's see. Let's just go look and see what average farms go for out here. Okay, so let's look at this guy. Because comparison wise, it should be about half the size of this. Okay. So maybe a third of the size. So if you really, let's see. No, it's about equal. Maybe. Yeah, maybe equal. So we got to send out Uncle Owen a check every month for like I want to say probably about $7,500 a month. Maybe $6,000 a month on this. What you off doing, Jimmy? Oh. Ugh. This is going to be a piece of work, Jimmy. This whole field. Cultivating and stoning. No, our stoner is. Let's get him rolling again. But like I said, guys, we do try to run this as strategically as we have to. Story-wise, like I said, the whole roleplay situation, we do call it Owendale for a reason. We got Uncle Owen, Uncle Dale, which obviously younger brother doing the work. Well, older brother does lives in retirement. And eventually, this will all be Dangerboy Farms. Oof. And that's rough. Ooh. And eventually we are going to end this episode as soon as we're done with this. Which we should be getting to the bottom of the headlands here soon. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. Like I said, 1.5 hour episodes every going up on the YouTube, which we might actually edit these to go by faster. Here you go. As soon as we get done with it. Here he goes. Yep, there he goes. He's gonna drop it. He's gonna pick up right here. These AI bots are so hilarious with their precision moving. But I do want to thank everybody for being a part of Dangerboy Gaming, which we are going to go back to, I don't know what we're going to play the next couple days, well, next couple of streams. We might eventually go to Resident Evil 8 on the next stream. And do Forza Horizon 5 episodes on Friday, because I do like to kind of sync up things with the letter. Hey, buddy. What's up, my friend? Just let you know I ain't gonna be on much longer, buddy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be on much longer. What are you on? Your phone? Because I was gonna say your headset sounds like very robotic. Like it's very echoey. Okay. But like I said, guys, we are gonna finish this up. All right, buddy. Still about the same, but it's okay. Maybe it's mine. I don't know. Like, yeah, on my end, you sound robotic almost. Not like it's like where you're speaking gibberish, but it's like very echoey. So what you up to, bud? Yeah, I hear you there, bud. He messaged me on Facebook the other night, and he's like, "Are you mad at me?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, I'm just super busy. Like, and he's like, that's what Jeffy keeps saying. I'm like, Jeffy is busy. Like, we're all trying to stay busy. Well, that's different, Jeffy. I could understand that from your perspective. Like that's you doing your YouTube. By the way, I was gonna send you something that I found on Amazon, or I think I might have sent it to you. It's a full-blown tripod / everything kit. It's like it's just over $100, Jeffy. Yeah, it's a lot. It's like a lot for your YouTube. I don't know. I haven't talked to him lately. What do you mean? No, I was asking, what do you mean? Jacob? I don't really talk to him that much. Like, I don't ever really see him out of here, bro. Yeah. I don't think Chris and my brother are on good terms. Chris and Cassie didn't show up to my niece's birthday. Yeah. And your other sister did. Because my cousin asked me, like, hey, is Chris and Cassie on good terms with Carrie? And I was like, last time I checked, no. That's what I'm wondering. Because Carrie and Ricky were at my niece's birthday, but Chris and Cassie didn't show up. And that was like end of last month, bro. Like last weekend, I think. Not last weekend. I didn't know that, so. Okay. But not even Chris showed up. And because my cousin and her husband, Jimmy, they showed up for my niece's birthday, and they thought it was weird that, because I don't think people told you. I didn't know, well, I didn't know anything till the day of, when my cousin and her husband actually took off, because they went to do something, and they were like, hey, my brother sent them an invite or something, and they made their stop out there after whatever they were doing. I don't remember specifically what they were doing, but they made a stop out there, and my cousin asked me, she's like, are Chris and Cassie on good terms with your brother? I'm like, I haven't heard anything. But I haven't talked to you, because I haven't talked to you that much in like the last couple of weeks. And eventually we do catch up with each other. Which probably would have been a good thing. Well, I don't know. I'm like, because I look at it from your aspect, because right, like, but didn't you say that Carrie never said anything? The last time she was all nice with you, like, what was it, a couple of weeks ago or something? Yeah. Yeah, well, I get it. What did you do? Because I knew you blocked her on Facebook. Oh, really? Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah. So what's going on with your cousin and them, and the situation over in Mayville, or whatever area they're in? I'm glad to hear that. I think I got a clue who you're dating. You know, Darcy? Of course. I'm like, dude. I'm not gonna say shit. That's good. Ding, ding. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, that's awesome. Aw. Alright. Oh. That's cool, buddy. Yeah, well, that's how it should be. There you go. We're almost there. Jeez. Yeah. Really? That's funny. I was gonna say, did you catch any of the Royal Rumble last night? Or, yeah, that was a botch. There was a prediction that Brock was supposed to win it. No, Brock screwed himself. Which one? Okay, Royce. He came from AEW. Oh yeah. Then there was a guy that faced John Cena at one of the pay-per-views. And I was like, man, if anybody should start a tag team with each other, it should be those two. I would 100% okay that one, because they need to freshen up the tag team division. But you better not be growing that alien belly like you did before. Just as long as you're healthy, Jeff. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Yeah, I hear ya. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Do what you gotta do, buddy. I bet they do. That's cool. Yeah. Of course he will. I was gonna say, you don't have them all living with you in your apartment, do you? I was gonna say, I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's a pretty small apartment, Jeffy. You think? How big's the house that they're in? Yeah. Wow. All right, buddy. Well, I'm probably gonna. Okay. Ding ding. Here we go. I'm gonna try to finish this up here. Ooh, thank you, viewer bot. Okay, almost 7 o'clock at night, and we've got one more row. I was gonna say that pink sweater keeps wanting to land on top of you. Here we go. There we go. Bingo, we're almost there. Maybe 10 more minutes of this, maybe. Now we got one final headland that we gotta hit. Which these bots are actually kind of like matter of fact, I am gonna turn up the brightness just a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna take that up to 2. Just get the full brightness out of it. There we go. Oh. Accidentally hit the wrong button. There we go. As I said, I want to thank everybody for being a part of this stream. Even though we probably don't have much time left on it. Probably about 10 more minutes. Yeah, maybe. Then eventually we'll get the stones done. Oh. Stoning done tomorrow. Or... yeah, we need to get a lot of stoning done. Which, that'll be the next stream, guys. Which I have really enjoyed these streams. Thank you. I'm actually a YouTuber turned Twitch guy, but I have been doing the Dangerboy Farms for 5 episodes now, 5 or 6, something like that. Let's see, 5 episodes now, so like I said, I've only been on this for about an hour and a half, which I'm trying to actually keep these relatively short, so. What's up, buddy? What do I think of what? Don't you say it. Don't you say it. Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you say we're getting snow, I'm going to come over to your house and I'm going to... Huh? I know. I saw it. I'm like, I didn't. I thought you were gonna say we were gonna get more snow, Jeffy. I was like, you think we need it? I'm sick of seeing snow on the ground. I'm glad that I've got my boots to really get me through them, but I'm like, and I've gotten my use out of my new boots that I got for Christmas, but other than that, I am sick of snow. Seems like we've had snow for like the last month and a half, Jeffy. Even though it's probably only been like 3 weeks. Okay. With the Lord Jesus Christ on your side. Yeah. Yay for you. That's awesome. Yeah, but that also means that that bill's gonna go up more too. Like, you know, you're only paying like X amount of dollars for rent. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but also if you have a grown adult, a secondary grown adult, it also goes off of theirs too. Pretty much. That's how the state runs, Jeffy. Like, I mean, all states. Same here. Yeah. Yeah. But does she work? Okay. Okay. You said she's got a landlord with it. I thought your cousin Jeff bought that outright. Really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, you also got to stay relatively close to you got to stay relatively close to your mom and dad for now. Yeah. Yeah. I get it, Jeffy. So how's your diecast hunting going, Jeffy? Good job, buddy. That's great, bud. Find any chases? Yeah, but how often are you going out? And you're not finding anything? So there's one dude. So there's one dude that's just completely killing it for you. If not multiples. Yep. That's the only way to go, buddy. Well, I'm going to end my stream here, Jeffy, and I'm going to get off here for a bit. So, I'll be back on later sometime. All right, buddy. Later. Alright, boys and girls, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I went a little longer than I wanted to, but other than that, pretty good stream. Got this all pretty much done. So, that being said, guys, I'm Joshua Danger. This is Dangerboy Gaming, aka Dangerboy Farms. So, if you guys could, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, which this video will be up. Episode 5 will be up relatively soon. I think probably sometime today, actually. So, and also go follow my Discord at discord.gg/Dangerboy Gaming for all upcoming releases. I am trying to get to 50 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm also trying to get to 50 followers on here, which I'm also going to be doing a lot of visiting with new content creators on here. So, on Farm Sim and all of the games that I'm playing. So, also, I do Danger Boy Racing on the weekdays. I try to give myself the weekends off from content here. So, just to give you guys a little bit of a breath. But also, go follow Joshua Danger EXP. That's my actual affiliate account. Which, eventually I am going to do more on here with that one. On Farm Sim. But also, I do a lot of extra stuff. So, that being said, go follow that account if you guys want to. That being said, stay positive, have fun, enjoy life, and just do you. So, that being said, I'm out. Have a great day, guys.